So, looks like it's starting. Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you. Oops, I forgot to move. I can never quite tell when I'm going live and when this thing starts. Because it came up, it said it was live, and then it flashed on and off. So, my internet has been kind of funky the past week or so, glitching here and there. I'm sitting right next to the boxes. I don't know. It's just the way it is right now. So, anyways, I just want to say welcome, and I'm so glad that you are listening in on this, and I'm hoping that it will be a blessing. Today's proverb is laid up a little bit more different. I think in the first 9 chapters there was a lot of paragraphs about the positive side of having wisdom, and then there were paragraphs of or the negative side of not having wisdom and giving into the evil side, so to speak. So, but in this chapter, we have almost every verse, not completely every verse, but almost every verse, there is a positive note and then a negative note. So, and they both correlate together. So it'll be interesting to read through these. And there's a lot of information in here. So you just take whatever the Lord sparks on your heart, and you take it and apply it to your life. So it is definitely appropriate for the times. There's a lot of stuff going on out there that just is not good. There's a lot of darkness. But at the same time, there's a lot of light. And the righteousness of God is overwhelming. It's beginning to, I believe we're going to see a huge group of people, large numbers of people who are going to start following Christ. And so I just have that sense that that's going to happen. I think there's going to be an outpouring of the Holy Spirit, and I think it's already begun. So let's take a look at the scriptures, and when we begin to follow the positive, the light side, the side that's giving, we follow wisdom and leave behind anything that is not wise, that's the way our world is going to go. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to read Proverbs 10 from the English Standard Version. And I may even try a different version. Not today, but sometime here in the near future. So I have Proverbs 10. It is the Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is a sorrow to his mother. Treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the craving of the wicked. A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps in harvest is a son who brings shame. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. The memory of the righteous is a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise of heart will receive commandments, but a babbling fool will come to ruin. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who walks his he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. Whoever winks the eye causes trouble, and a babbling fool will come to ruin. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses. On the lips of him who has understanding wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him who lacks sense. The wise lay up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool brings ruin near. A rich man's wealth is his strong city, The poverty of the poor is their ruin. The wage of the righteous leads to life, the gain of the wicked to sin. Whoever heeds instruction is on the path to life, but he who rejects reproof leads others astray. The one who conceals hatred has lying lips, and whoever utters slander is a fool. When words are many, transgression is not lacking, but whoever restrains his lips is prudent. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, the heart of the wicked is of little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of sense. The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Doing wrong is like a joke to a fool, but wisdom is pleasure to a man of understanding. What wicked dreads will come upon him, but the desire of the righteous will be granted. When the tempest passes, the wicked is no more, but the righteous is established forever. Like vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to those who send him. The fear of the Lord prolongs life, but the years of the wicked will be short. The hope of the righteous brings joy, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is a stronghold to the blameless, but destruction to evildoers. The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not dwell in the land. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut off. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked what is perverse. May God's blessing be upon the reading of the word, and that it will bless your heart. So there is just so much in there. Just trying to decide what to say about this, because I want this to be a reading that you learn from, and not necessarily from my understanding or my opinion, I guess. But I will say this one thing. Sometimes it is very, very difficult to see the difference between good and evil. Sometimes evil looks very, very good. And I think this chapter helps us look at that. It helps us recognize what is good and what is evil. Sometimes we have to wait and see. We don't always know, and time will tell. So when we begin to look at, I'm just trying to think how to explain this. So of course, we've gone through this whole thing with the whole pandemic and everything, and there were so many stories going around and around and around and around it. And there are still people that are on two different sides of that pandemic. And you know what? That's okay. We live in a free country. We should be able to have two different sides. We should be able to have different opinions and thoughts, because that's who we are. I mean, we are basically sovereign beings. We are, and I'm talking about sovereign not in light of God, talking sovereign in light of who we are as people. I mean, God stamped His image on us. We are His children, and in that we are. Common law tells us that we have inalienable rights, as human beings. So we have the right to think the way that we want to. We have the right and the opinion, and we can have our opinions and our thoughts, and that is just absolutely amazing when we walk in that. So being on both sides of this, sometimes there were things that I would run into that I would just think, this is just so good. But in time, and as the evidence comes out about a lot of different things, and we're going to see more evidence, evidence that's hidden and not shared by by mainstream, I guess you would say, it tells us where the evil is. And evil can't hide, because as more light comes, evil just can't hide. And we will know a lot of truths. And, if I'm wrong, my heart was in the right place, and God knows my heart. And I don't think I'm wrong. At least not right now. So, anyways, stand firm in what you believe, either way. And above all, that's where the difference lies. The one verse, where is it? Let me find it here real quick. Where is it? I can't find it. Anyways, basically he's saying, that the righteous will seek life. That love covers all. So in other words, wickedness, there is death, and love brings life. So that's what I want for our country. That's what I want for my community. That's what I want for my family. That love surmounts. Our friendships are more important than who's right. And when love abounds and there's forgiveness, then you know that you're on the right track. It's when there's not forgiveness, and when and I'm not talking about justice. There is a sense of justice that has to happen sometimes, and I'm just thankful I'm not the one who has to make those decisions, but we are commanded to love one another. When love abounds, then out of that love will come unity and peace, and that's what we need to do right now, because some people believe our country is divided and it's hurting. And our churches are that way too. There's so much going on, and we need to remember that we need to love each other. That needs to surpass all. God's love surpasses everything. And let's deal with each other with love and compassion. So, anyways, I did end up getting my opinion in there. But reread chapter 10. It's just chock full of instructions of how to be wise and what to look for that's not wise, and just really, really, really good stuff. So take a look at it, and you can't take it all in at one time. Just find one verse and focus on that for the day, and allow God to work through you and teach you and train you. So anyways, I'm seeing that I left my lamps out. My hubby fixed the cords on them. They are the only 2 lamps that we are taking into our RV once we move into it. So you're going to probably see quite a bit of packing. And if I turned my video around right now, there's a whole stack of boxes and stuff up over there in the corner. And then there's some all along the wall here. You can't see it. And it looks like we're moving. We've got 2.5 weeks. I'm marking off my calendar. I can't wait. I want to be back in Pennsylvania so bad, and we're with my family and stuff. So anyways, I've talked far longer than 10 minutes. So I want to let you go, and I hope and pray that you have a blessed day.